Hey guys, and welcome back to another, flag tier list here on Ghost Countries. So, this is something of a special episode. We mentioned it in our last flag tier list that we were planning on doing one about the US state flags. And yes, these aren't ghost countries, but we figured there was some interest, so why not? Also, for those of you who are interested in the actual history behind flags episodes, we have a bunch of those planned in the near future. So, starting next month, we should have one out. So yeah, we've got some really interesting things planned for you guys. So, stay tuned on that. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host over in Germany, Geist.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode. Yeah, so we didn't cover basically the states in the US. We covered ghost states.
Yes.
And when we talked about the flags, I was like, yeah, the designs are, well, sometimes not that interesting. And the reason why we actually went to the actual flags right now is because Ghost said, yeah, that's nothing. Most of the states in the US, their designs are really boring.
Wait, I want to clarify something here. I didn't say there's nothing. We have some very nice flags in the US, state flags, but we also do have a lot of flags that simply consist of the state's seal or emblem on a blue background. Sometimes they have the name, sometimes they have the date, but that's about it. And I am definitely not a fan of those flags, even though I like blue and I have nothing against those states personally. It's just, in terms of flag design, I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. Yeah,
anyway,
okay, so immediately let's jump to it.
yeah,
At the beginning, we got Burgundy.
Burgundy,
Uh,
exactly. As a resident European, I want to see how many of the states you can name. But no, this is actually Alabama.
yeah, well, for me, it's pretty boring. I think I'll put it into D.
I give this a B because it's simple. It is simple. It really is. But I think it's a recognizable flag. Yeah, I don't really have too much more to say. It's just I think it's a B.
Okay. The
Up.
next one, of course, I know the next one. That is Alaska, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
we know this because we've had multiple re-recordings here because of
No,
technical
no, 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 no,
issues.
no, no. It's just because I'm smart.
We got the Big Dipper and Polaris there, but yeah, this is Alaska's state flag, and
So I don't know which tier I put it
I
last time.
I will give this an
I think I put it
A.
into B.
I give this an A because, again, this proves just because it's a blue flag doesn't mean it's bad. Alaska has a very well designed flag, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely more interesting than a lot of flags out there. The next one, as we said before already, Northern Macedonia. Um,
otherwise known as Arizona.
yeah, exactly. Um,
I
Aradonia.
I think I'm going to give this one a B.
Yeah, same.
Then we
And
have Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah, A Arkansas.
Arkansas. I give
I
it an F like cancer.
I'm giving it an F as well. I mean, I don't like the state name being on the flag generally. The design, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
same here.
up next,
Next one, I
California.
know that too.
Oh yeah, it says the name, but
I think last time I think I gave it an A. This time I think I give it an S because I really like it. I like bears. I like republics. So yeah, no, I like the design. It's simplistic, but it's cool.
I give California an S as well. It does have the state's name or California Republic on it, but I think it's recognizable. It's iconic. It's a well-designed flag. Yeah, I definitely like California's flag.
Next one is Colorado.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Um, because of course it's recognizable ghost. I mean,
Uh
can't you
huh.
see it? There is a C and there's an O.
Oh my gosh.
Um, and there are just very few states in the US starting with C and O. Um, yeah, so I'm acting like a CEO and put it into A.
I like Colorado's flag a lot for pretty much the same reasons you said. It's simple, it's well designed, it's iconic and recognizable. So I'm actually going to give this a C. Sorry, an S. An S.
Okay. Next one is
Next one is
Connecticut, if I'm
Connecticut,
correct.
and I'm not a fan of. I'm not a
It's
fan of the.
uh, it's seal on blue ground. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so it's an F tier for me.
same, same. Next one, Georgia.
I'm pretty sure we're looking at Delaware here.
That Whatever.
Wait, Georgia.
Delaware, Georgia.
What order are we in here?
Whatever. For me, it's the same. No. Okay, so of course I knew that. Please cut that out of it.
Yeah.
It's Delaware.
Yeah, that is Delaware. I'm
It kind of reminds me of a German fairy tale. I can't see what is exactly there in the middle.
still giving it an F.
What is that in the middle there? I think I give it a D. Is that whatever?
Well, it's got a shield of, it's got a shield. There's wheat. There's corn. There's an ox for like agriculture. It's got the state motto. But
okay, F. Next one is Florida, if I'm correct.
Yep, Florida. And even though it has the state seal, I don't dislike it as much as some of the others. For whatever reason, I'm giving it a D.
Yeah, me too. I give it a D.
Then we have Georgia, the state, not the country. And I'm just saying this much. Georgia has gone through a lot of flags in a very short amount of time, some of which were very not so good in terms of their design, at least in my opinion. So the current flag as it exists, I don't think is that bad. I probably would give this a C. Is it my favorite? No, but I mean, compared to some of the ones that existed prior to it, it's not that bad.
Same, for the same reasons. Next one is a state which obviously didn't get over its past. I don't know which state that is.
Actually, there's a very interesting story behind the Hawaiian state flag, but we'll probably cover that in an actual episode dealing with Hawaii and how it became a part of the U.S. at some point in time. But I like the colors. I do admit it can be busy, and I've seen alternative designs for the flag, but I would probably give it a B.
I'll give it a C.
Okay.
Next, okay, no discussion. F. Next one,
Illinois
is basically also an F.
Illinois, I don't
Illinois.
I don't know how to say it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think I'm probably going to put it, I'm giving it above Florida, but it's going to be a C, I think, for me.
Okay, I put it into F.
Okay. Then you have Indiana.
I know you love Illinois.
Indiana with the torch. I've seen alternative designs for Indiana that look a lot nicer. I'm probably going to give this a D.
Yeah, I think so too. Wait, one more question about Illinois.
Sure.
Is that an eagle, and what does he have in his mouth?
That's an eagle. I'm trying to remember everything on the flag there, and it's kind of hard to tell with how small it is here. But
is that a snake?
No. He's got like a banner.
Oh, boring. Okay, F was correct.
I think that has state motto or something on it. I can't actually see, and I'm not feeling good that I can't say what it is. What does he have? What does that say? Yeah. No, that's the Okay.
Next one I think is Iowa.
Yes, Iowa actually has some similarities in design with Illinois. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm probably going to give this a C.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
We've got Kansas, which not Arkansas, but I have to say yeah, and the other one goes there as well for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for me too. And the next one
is Louisiana.
Louisiana goes for me to D.
Yeah, Louisiana, I would give a D as well. And that's followed by another F. I feel like the people from these respective states are going to be somewhat annoyed at us, but I'm sorry. Again, like I said, it has
the next one seems to be broken.
I just want to state this again. Putting these flags in the F tier has nothing to do with the individual states. It really doesn't. For either one of us.
We love especially the people from those states.
It's just design. But yeah, the one you said is broken is Maryland. And I have to be honest, I really like Maryland's design. Again, you could make the argument it's busy, but I don't really feel that. I think I'm probably going to give this an S.
Okay, well, I'll put that into B.
B, okay.
Because for me, it's a little too busy, I'd say. But,
too busy.
Yeah.
It's an interesting flag. I mean, I do understand how somebody could say it's too busy because there is a lot going on there, so I get that. But yeah. Anyway, up next is Massachusetts. And I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But it feels a little bland to me at the same time. I feel like I'm going to give it a D.
Yeah, same for same reasons.
And then we got Michigan, but that's an F.
Yeah, and the next one is an F2.
Yeah. And then, okay, we have an interesting one here. Oh. So we have the new flag, very new flag of Mississippi. Now, I have to be honest, I understand the reason for why the new flag was given. I've seen some of the alternative designs that were out there, and there were others that I liked more than the current one. I don't dislike the current one. I just think some of the other design concepts, I don't know, appealed to me more. So I'm probably going to give this a... I feel like I could give this either a B or a C. I think I'm going to go with a C.
I think I'm going to give it an A.
Okay, you're much higher up there. I'll show some of those alternative designs. I mean, like our vexillology and stuff like that. Anyway, up next we have Missouri, if I am correct. And I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I probably would give this a D.
I'll give it a C, I'd say.
Then we have Montana, which is an F for me, followed by another F.
Yeah.
However, then the blue one with the star in the upper left-hand corner, this is Nevada. I actually think this flag works, from my personal opinion. Is it the best one? No, but I would give it a D.
Yeah, same here. Even though it's funny that it's a blue flag, where Nevada is, I think, doesn't have a lot of water.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So then we have another F, unfortunately, before we get to a yellow flag, which is New Jersey.
So, wait, is it yellow? Like, there is one yellow with a cross, but that's the next one. There is like a...
Yeah. New Jersey does it's yellow. It's kind of an offish yellow. I don't know if it's officially stated as the color is yellow, but I'm going to call it yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that what it is? But anyway, the point is, I'm not a huge fan of it, even though it's got a different color. I think I'm probably going to give it a D.
Yeah.
However, next, for the other yellow flag, which is New Mexico, I am a very big fan of this flag. I would give that an S tier.
Okay, wow. I give it an A tier. Yeah, because I think it looks good. And yeah, it's probably something to do with the Spanish past also, right?
Well, and I don't know all the symbolism behind that one, but I can look into that. But then we have another blue with seal, which I would give an F.
Boring.
Followed by North Carolina. New Caledonia, exactly. Again, is it the best one? No. But is it the worst one? No. I think I'd rank it very similarly to Georgia's flag, so I'm probably going to give it a C.
Yeah, why not? C.
Why not? It's just
C is fair.
Kind of like whatever.
Yeah, because C is exactly what that means. Whatever. Because it's not bad, it's not good. It's like whatever.
North Dakota. I almost said North Carolina, and I'm like, why was I going to say that? I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry. It's an F for me.
Same. Yeah.
Oh, next
one is Thailand.
Thailand? You mean Ohio? Now this is interesting because is it technically a flag or a pennant? No. I hear that argument from time to time. I don't dislike it, but at the same time, I feel it could have been better designed. There is an interesting history behind it. I think I'm probably going to put it at a C.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Yeah, I think I'll put it into B because it doesn't follow the usual lines. I mean, like, for me, every state which is just not like, color, seal, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't have this, so it's a little more creative, it's always above F.
Okay.
So, like, for example, Oklahoma is a good example of what I just was trying to say. Same with Oregon. and whatever the next one is.
So where would you rank those next three?
All in F.
Oh, all in F. I would agree. I'm sorry, Oklahoma, Oregon, etc. But okay, up after that we have Rhode Island. Now, if I am correct, Rhode Island actually is a square flag, and this some reason has it as a rectangle like the other flags. It's probably just how the design is on the website. Can't change that. But unlike Massachusetts, which I felt was too little, I actually do like Rhode Island's flag. I like it enough that I think I would bring it up to, I think I would give it an A, actually.
Okay.
I think I would give it an A.
I think I'd even go into S here.
Oh, wow. You're getting all the way up there.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
And I didn't mention
especially if it's Rhode Island.
And I didn't mention those last three: Oklahoma, Oregon, and then we had Pennsylvania. Should have said that. But anyway. So up next, we have a blue flag, palm, and crescent. Now, this is a blue flag that I think works very well. This is South Carolina. And I actually would give this an S tier.
Is South Carolina Muslim?
No.
But you know why I'm asking, right?
Yeah. No, the crescent actually has an interesting story with the Revolutionary War and stuff, but maybe we'll get into that in an actual episode someday.
Depends on the retention of viewers.
Yeah, it depends on if viewers want to hear more about the state flags here and the history behind them and their evolution. Because speaking of evolution, we talked about this one before we started recording. Up next is South Dakota. I do not like the current South.
Wait. I still didn't list that. I'll put it into B.
Okay. Well, up next is I was going to say South Carolina, South Dakota. And we talked about this a little bit beforehand. I'm not a fan of the current design. However, I did like their previous design of flag, which I will put on screen. So these flags, many of them have had different designs over the years. And, there is a history behind that, which we can go into if there's any interest. But South Dakota, as it currently stands, I would say is an F for me.
Yeah, same.
Then we have Tennessee. I like Tennessee's flag. It's simple, but it's unique at the same time. I'm probably going to give that an A.
I'll give that a C.
Then we have Texas, the Lone Star State.
Texas, I gotta be honest. There's probably, for most people who are not from the US, two flags of states which people know. One is California, and the other one is Texas.
It's probably accurate.
I don't know why, but I feel like that is the one that 90% of the people outside the US know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for me, Texas, I think I'll give it an A because it's definitely, it's pretty unique. It reminds a lot of Rio Grande. Yeah, but it's definitely better than most of the other ones here, in my opinion.
I would give Texas an S.
And it shows its past with Poland.
I would give Texas an S. I think it's one of the better designed U.S. state flags. I definitely do. It's iconic, obviously, but it's also simplistic, not busy, and of course, there's the history behind it as well.
So what do you think about the next three ones?
Well, okay, I want to say about the next one before we go into it. That's Utah, and I'll put it on screen again, but there is another flag out there for Utah, which I think is a very nice looking flag and actually would be, my opinion, a better state flag. But as it currently stands, I would give Utah an F, and I would give Vermont an F, and I would give Virginia an F, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now we get to one which is a little different. It's green. It's the state of Washington.
Oh, and that is von Beethoven on the flag, right?
George Washington.
Oh, wow. Same.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the flag.
Of course, guys, I was kidding. I know that is George Washington.
I'm not a fan of the.
Everybody understood that.
Yeah, no, I'm hopefully, probably, but no, I'm not a fan of the flag. I think Washington State is a beautiful state. It has a very interesting history. I understand it as the state seal, but I think they could have done more with their flag. So, but I don't hate it at the same time. I would probably give this a D.
Yeah, yeah. D sounds reasonable.
We have West Virginia next. I gotta be honest, I am not a fan of that flag at all. I would actually give this an F.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I could give it a D or an F, because it has more to it than just black background, and because it also has blue at the top and at the bottom.
That is true. It is true.
So I think I give it a D. Oh no! Right now I got 2 rows in D. Well, whatever.
Well, then we have Wisconsin, and for
Okay.
me, that's an F, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then finally, we have Wyoming. Now, I gotta say, I've seen redesigned versions of Wyoming's flag that simplify it, and I think they look really, really nice. But as it currently stands, I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. I think I would probably give this a C.
An S.
S tier, okay.
I really like it. Like, because I mean, it goes similar to what California did with the bear, with the buffalo.
Oh, I don't disagree. It's a well-designed flag. It's just now that I've seen alternative designs where the flag is simplified and modernized in some ways, I like those versions of it better than the current incarnation.
Oh yeah, but I also had to do that because right now I got a perfect pyramid basically here, where I got an S tier 3, an A tier 4, B tier 5, C tier 6, D tier. Okay, there are 8, but it's like perfect like scales.
So yeah, that about does it though. It would have been interesting if we could have included, and maybe we should have in retrospect, the the U.S. territories and the District of Columbia flag, because DC actually has a very well-designed flag, in my opinion. But maybe that'll be for another day, or we'll go into the history behind, those flags and other stuff. So yeah, long story short, let us know in the comments down below if you guys agreed with our flag tier list and what your top flags or bottom flags would be. Let us know if you want to see any more tier lists. I know we had some suggestions for like coat of arms and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure we'll get around to that in time. Anything you want to say in closing, Manuel, about our Geist? Excuse me.
Sorry that I didn't know all the flags here. That might have that might insult you if you're from the US. But yeah, I mean, I knew I think 3 or 4 of those flags before, and the rest is just. I mean, there are so many flags in the world, and I think like until 10 years ago, I didn't even know that the US has even different flags than the Stars and Stripes. So yeah.
I also want to say one thing in closing, just a random side note. I know I said this in one of our previous episodes, but when we look at Maine's current flag, the state of Maine, I don't know why they got rid of their previous flag, because I think they had a really nice design, which I'll show on screen. But the current one is just the state seal on a blue background. It's like you guys had something pretty interesting, and there's some interesting modernized designs of that older flag. So I'll share those on screen as well. But yeah, I mean, the US does have some really interesting, well-designed flags. And then we have some others that, are kind of copy and paste. But nothing wrong with having pride in your state's flag. And if you rank them differently than us, nothing wrong with that as well. Let us know down in the comments below. And like I said, if you... go for it.
Yeah, no, like the thing is, I think some of the seals, they actually do look interesting. But if you put it as a flag, you just put the seal on a monotone background. It's like, well, could have been a bit more creative. I mean, it's not asked too much to like think, because like how this looks is like, oh, we need a flag. Yeah, just put the seal on blue.
Yeah,
like that's how it looks like.
Yeah.
But the seals itself, some of them, they look kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And Well, anyway, in closing, like I said, if you have any interest in us exploring the history behind any of these state flags, or if you would like to see other tier lists about, well, flags in general, just let us know. And I think that about does it.
Yeah, I'd agree. So see you guys next time.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed this special tier list episode, and there will be plenty of regular The History Behind Flags episodes coming your way in the not too distant future. So be sure to tune in.
Okay,
Bye for now.
bye.